Hey, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. So, Asus ROG Falchion 65% keyboard has been my favorite and my keyboard of choice for the past several years. I'll just give a little background here. I started with the original when it first came out. It's very good, very good. Then a couple years later, I got the newer version, which is NX, which from the outside looks exactly the same, but has slightly different switch. It's Asus's own in-house switch, is my understanding. And finally, just recently, in the past month or so, I was looking at the newest version, which is ROG Falchion RX, low profile. And one of the things I couldn't decide on was, do I want to go ahead and get the linear red switch, as I always do with my keyboards? Well, with these keyboards. I have some clicky keyboards, I have some tactile keyboards, but with the 65% wireless keyboards, I usually go for linear switch. So I use them the most, I use them every day. I use 3 of them pretty much every day with different computers. Anyway, I digress. I saw some videos demonstrating a clicky blue switch, and it also sounded interesting. I was curious about it, couldn't decide which one I wanted to try. I tried to look for a video that compared 2 of them side by side, and I couldn't find any. And that's when I was like, aha, this is my chance to actually do something good for this world and go ahead and grab both keyboards, one with the linear switch and one with the clicky switch, and compare how they sound and how they feel, which to me is actually more important. But I know all the keyboard review videos always do the sound test. People love to hear how they sound, and it is important, sure. For me personally, though, it's actually a little bit more about how they feel when I type on them, not so much how they sound. I think they all sound good in their own way. So I actually had the clicky one for about a month, and I've been using it, and I like it a lot. It's really good, really good. But it's not a review of a keyboard. And so just recently, a couple of days ago, I decided I wanted to try a red switch too, just to see how that feels, so I got it right here. And now, since I couldn't find a video comparing the two, and I have the two, I'm gonna go ahead and compare them, show you how they sound, and tell you how I think they feel. I think before I go into this latest keyboards, let me just real quick once again demonstrate the original ones, or the previous versions. So this was the original ROG Falchion. I don't remember exactly how long ago I bought it, but maybe about 4 years ago when it first came out. It was expensive, it was something like 170 bucks. This is a linear switch as far as the sound goes. It sounds fine. It feels really good too. A little bit kind of scratchy, but I had no problems using it for a very long time. Now this one is a little bit newer. I got this one maybe about a year ago. So this is the ROG Falchion NX. Same exact keyboard, but a slightly different switch. Supposedly better switch. This is what it sounds like. It's also a linear switch. Okay. This one feels a little bit better. It's a little bit less scratchy when it goes down. But overall, typing experience is virtually identical. And now let's go to the latest guys. So this one here, we'll start, well, let's start with the linear one. So this is the red switch, linear right here. Look how low of a profile this is. Anyway, let's go ahead and try typing something. Let's do some individual keys test. So really the only sound you hear with this one is the plastic keycap hitting the aluminum base. The keys themselves are, or switches rather, completely silent. And this is the smoothest, probably the smoothest keyboard that I've ever tried. There's no, like it has a good kind of weight to it. It's not, you know, it's not loose or anything, but it goes down so smoothly. When I first start tapping on it, I mean, it feels incredible. And here's the clicky one. So it's exactly same design, everything, same layout. Here you do have a bit of a click. Well, a click. It's a very kind of quiet click, I gotta tell you. Just for comparison's sake, here's a Cooler Master. Here's what the clicky 65% Cooler Master sounds like. Sounds like junk. Oh, that keyboard was like 20 bucks. And this keyboard is $150. So what would you expect? Okay. Yeah. This is much better. It's quieter. It's also smooth. You do feel a tactile bump. Sort of. No, let me take that back. You don't really feel a bump, but you do feel a slight click in your finger. You do. And now, we'll just put them side by side. I guess it doesn't matter how they go. We'll just click some buttons on one or the other and compare. So, clicky, linear. Sorry, I can't type them sideways like this. I'm just literally hitting random stuff. Back to clicky. Maestro. And back to linear. Alright, this was probably the silliest demonstration that I've done so far. Okay, so I think they both sound great. They both sound great. For a clicky keyboard, the Falchion here is extremely pleasant. It's not too loud, but it does have like the nice click to it, but it's not like very snappy or anything like that. The linear one, so no more anticipation. The linear one is the one that I prefer still. This one just feels, like I mentioned, incredible to type on. This is so smooth, so quiet. I feel like, you know, when I'm working, when I'm actually typing an email or something, I feel like my fingers just dance around the surface of this keyboard, and I don't think I've ever felt a keyboard that I enjoyed tapping on as much. Yeah, and so the clicky one is also very nice to type on. I had it first, like I said, I had it for about a month, and I really enjoyed using it. But once I felt the linear, now clicky feels, I'll describe it, I guess, as cheap. It just feels kind of cheap compared to the feel of the red switch linear. So, of course, it's a personal preference. For me, the red switch is the one to get. For you, if you are considering, if you have a preference, I'll say just stick to it. You'll be happy. If you like clicky keyboards, you'll love the clicky Falchion RX. If you like linear keyboards, you'll definitely love the linear Falchion RX. So I hope this helps, guys. Like I said, this comparison I could not find anywhere, and I just wanted to make one. That's it. Thanks.